I want to move on to the guys that were projecting to rise, and the guy that I have on my list is Jayden Daniels. It is I just think it's people are just going to kind of wake up to what he can provide as a rusher. The reports coming out of camp, unless I'm missing something, have been pretty glowing in terms of his accuracy and just general passing. And I know that there was a blurb from one of the Washington beat guys like talking about how if pads were on and things were a full go, one of his rushing attempts would have easily ripped for like 30, 40 yards. So yeah, it's nothing but positive reports that I've seen coming out of Washington training camp for Jayden Daniels, and he provides a rushing floor rather that few quarterbacks do. It's he's really up there with those elite kind of guys, the Lamar Jackson types. And I was kind of looking over his college stats the other day, and I looked. His college rushing production is not transferable to the NFL just based on how the game operates. But if you cut his college production in half, he's still pacing for it was like 47 yards a game. It was a 17 game pace of 803 yards across the full season. We constantly bring up that 750 yard threshold. Every quarterback in the last 6 years who's crossed 750 rushing yards has been a top 10 quarterback. So it's if he just keeps up with if he stays healthy, and he will keep up with the rushing output to some degree at a very elite level. So I'm thinking that people are going to start coming around to this and wanting to buy Jayden Daniels.
I think it's a great call. If you hadn't have already had him on here, he would have been my prediction as well. You're getting the Terry McLaurin's. This whole offense is ignited. It's a whole different feel around here with this guy. We know that Cliff Kingsbury's offense led the league in pace and total plays across his 3 seasons calling plays there. It's going to take one preseason game. He rips off a 20-yard scramble, and then it's KONAMI code. Everybody wake up. And there's no one else after him that has that type of rushing upside. Maybe Drake May, but you don't have the full season guaranteed for a guy like Drake May, and certainly not the same exact rushing ceiling there. So I love that call. I've been loading up on him too. I have him in my top 5 exposed quarterbacks, a guy you can take naked if you haven't gotten, even without McLaurin, if you don't have quarterback upside, all those guys, that kind of Jordan Love, Dak Prescott cut off, and even maybe ahead of those guys if you want to roll something naked at that point. I love the call. I think he is great. My prediction for who's going to rise are the elite QBs. I think we kind of hinted at the fact that more casual drafters, the quote-unquote normies, I always say it degradingly, but it is kind of just funny that actually normal human beings are finally just starting to draft again. When you look at the redraft ADP, I'm stuck. I was writing the draft guide that's going to be out probably the end of this week, maybe Monday at the latest. Can't wait to drop that. I've been hammering away at it. The differences between the ADPs of redraft and best ball. We could do a whole show on it. I'm not going to dive in right now, but you're getting Josh Allen at 18 overall. You're getting Jalen Hurts at 24th overall. And I think both like running backs and also these elite QBs, we're going to see a big rise in general. So I think Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, that kind of round 3-4 turn, and sometimes even deep into round 4 for Jalen Hurts, we're just not going to have that within the next couple weeks. So I'm trying to stock up while I can in that 38 to 45 range, get these guys. I wouldn't even be shocked, especially Jalen Hurts, if people start to take him at the top with Devonta Smith, where he's going. I just think we got to really take advantage of this ADP we've got now, because I could totally see that flipping momentarily.
Yeah, I would not be shocked. I mean, it's just kind of been ingrained in drafters for these last couple of years that the top tier of the quarterback crop is taken in like the round 2 range. And now that they're not really coming off the board until round 3, and like you said, hasn't been very uncommon to see Jalen Hurts in the back half of round 4 in some of these drafts. So I completely agree that these guys are going to be coming up, seeing them more in the 20s instead of in the 40s.
Absolutely. I think we'll see how it ends up going, but that's exactly how I see it too. What is up, you fantasy wolf? Thanks so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, share your thoughts in the comments, check out some more videos, and join the newest Wolfpack by subscribing below.